Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Make Our World Your Runway. You know this is lights, camera, action. And of course, this is the weekly show that interviews the most fascinating individuals from the world of modeling, pageantry, beauty, fashion, business, and even the entertainment industry. And as always, we have a fabulous guest here in the studio today. We will bring her on in a couple of moments, but as always, we like to make a few announcements. And first of all, we'd like to thank the sponsors that make this show possible every week. And that's Lasky Architect, Lux Salon, Margaritaville at Sea, 100 Successful Women in Business, Transmedia, the Global Trade Chamber, Bangladesh American Chamber of Commerce, Vita Fashions, and SP Fashion Direct. So thank you, sponsors, for making this show possible. And remember to subscribe to the Global Trade Chamber YouTube channel so that you can see all the shows from Make Our World Your Runway and Success Stories. And I highly recommend our viewers to tune into Success Stories because this show features the most amazing women in the world of business and community service. From humble beginnings to successful entrepreneurs, these women will totally inspire you. And now, get ready for some exciting conferences, speakers, and awards as 100 Successful Women and the Global Trade Chamber come to a city near you. And what is that next city? Las Vegas, Nevada, October 23rd to the 26th. We are calling all successful women in business because it's time to shine a light on your achievements. Nominate yourself or a colleague for a chance to be honored at the Special Awards Dinner Gala in Las Vegas. Now let's come together to honor the impactful women in business and community service. Remember to claim the well-deserved award. You need to be present in Las Vegas at the Awards Dinner Gala to receive the award. And nominate yourself or a colleague for the 2024 Reception Awards Ceremony. There will also be networking, conferences, business expo, fashion show, and Make Our World Your Runway will go live. So for all the information, please visit our website at www.100swb.com for all the information. Make sure you get and register now because all these shows, and especially Las Vegas, will be a sellout. So once again, the website, www.100swb.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to get on to our show. And as we say, lights, camera, action, we have an amazing guest. Now, this young lady, you have seen her on our show before. Okay, she is Teen International World 2023, and she recently, on the 2024 Miss International World Pageant, which took place recently, Margaritaville at Sea, she crowned her successor. So we are going to hear from her today what it was like for her reign and how she felt the moment that she had to go out and crown her successor. And if you know anything about Miss International World, we always tell our ladies they're all winners, and it never ends here because the runway still continues. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Teen International World 2023, direct from India, Sandhya Sattanathan. So welcome, Miss Sandhya.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, and how about yourself?
I'm great. It's been quite a journey, but yeah, we're all here.
So tell us a little bit about your journey before your feelings on how you felt crowning the next winner.
So, when they were announcing the next Teen International World, it was just, I had doubts, but I was just, very eagerly excited to see who the next successor is and to see who is going to take the journey. And when they just called Shuddhi Teen International for India, I was like, oh my god, that's great because I've seen her, I judged her in her audition, her
Right.
national, and her international. So I think that was a kind of an emotional moment for me too. So when they were just giving away the crown, I was like, I'm going to crown her, and I just went out. And that was an emotional moment for me too.
Yes, I can imagine that's an emotional moment. And even though I'm not out there being crowned, but it's an emotional moment for me because I'm seeing past title holders that have done so much with their titles and now crowning a successor, okay, and wishing them good luck. So it is quite an emotional moment. And as I say on stage, every girl is a winner. Whether they get one of those 8 or 9 titles, they're all winners. And when you call the names of the girls that are going into some of those titles, it's you almost see that look on their face. It's, you know that they're excited, but they're also feeling for the other girls on stage as well. So, and and I get the envelope, so I know who's winning before everybody else. And I always get very teary-eyed on stage. I said, it's a moment that I do not like at all, okay? I hate calling that. Okay? I was always trying to pass it off to Lamont, but he was like, no, you do it. Because you know, as I said, you can have 40 girls on that stage, and you've only got so many titles to give out, and it's like, okay, you know, I know how people feel. Is like, I wasn't a winner, but that's not true, because every girl that steps on that stage has got something to offer, and it's a winner. So, but tell us what you've got now that, you know, of course you're going to be working with us, and you're going to go back to college. So now that you're not, I'm not saying active, but what, when you get back home, what are some of the things you're going to be doing?
So, getting back home, I have a lot planned, but the basic few is to work on the next step is mostly with pageant related and modeling.
Right.
So, to train the other girls to get the exposure of what I got, to give everyone the same opportunity and say, not everyone's dream is just a dream, but you can get up, work for it,
Right.
and you get the same opportunity as everyone, and everyone's equal. So, to promote that, I'm going to work for it.
Exactly, and that's what we were saying at the pageant, that there's pageant women, but then there's models as well too. So it does kind of balance out, okay? Because there's a lot of girls that are models that have never really gone into pageants. So they don't understand the community service and things like that, you know. But then you've got the pageant girls that strictly have done pageants, that have crossed over into modeling, but they're more into that community service, you know, going out and let's say like with the hurricane that we've had, going out and helping the Red Cross or something like that, which a model would be more interested in, hey, when is New York Fashion Week coming up? Or when is Paris Fashion Week coming up? So there has to be sort of a balance there, you know? And we're already starting to reach out for 2025. And every year you always say to yourself, well, you have to reevaluate. What did I do this year? What can I do the following year to make it better, okay? So what you're saying is very true, you know? And, you know, I've seen it where some girls just like that crowning moment, and they'll do some things during their reign, but they don't go above and beyond, okay? Where other women come right out from the gate, and they've got this lined up, they've got that lined up, they're here, they're there. So I think it also depends on the personality, too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think people get the wrong idea about what's modeling and what's pageantry.
Right.
And to clarify, that is what we are here to do.
Exactly.
Because pageantry is more about being a role model and being out there, inspiring other young women, and
Right.
you know, providing the opportunity, helping them, and guiding in a proper way, because not everyone gets that in this time. But yeah, as you said, modeling is totally different than pageant. But yes, we are all here to help you guys and to find the right opportunity.
Exactly. And if any of our pageant women are going to be listening to this, this is what we want you to know, okay? The Miss International World Organization is a world of opportunities, okay? We definitely empower through a crown, and we are a pageant with purpose, and our crown has been the key to success for so many women around the world, looking at Sandhya, okay? So we are here to guide you and to help you. Just don't think you're coming into a pageant and say, oh, you know, if I don't get the crown, it's the end of the world. We are here to actually guide you and help you get that career going, okay? I've had so many women that, you know, have come back to me like the second or third year, and I've had a lot of my way formal title holders going back, oh, I have to say to 2003, 2004, that now are coming back to me because they realize without that sash on, sometimes they're not walking through that door, okay? And that sash and that crown is a door opener. Even just, you could go to a supermarket and wear it, and people would be like, oh my God, can I take a picture? Look who's here, look who's there. You don't necessarily, and that's where I think they get misconstrued, you don't necessarily have to be an event to promote your title. You can promote your title anywhere.
Yes, with the sash and the crown comes great recognition and responsibilities. So to utilize it wisely is the right thing to do.
Exactly. You have to utilize, and it's a little bit of work, okay?
Yeah.
As she said, utilizing it. It is somewhat a job, okay? But take, for instance, in the Miss Universe competition, the woman that does Wonder Woman now, Gal Gadot, she was Miss Israel when she went into Miss Universe. Now, she didn't win. I'm not sure if she made the top 15 or the top 10, but producers were sitting in the audience, and they looked at her and they said, oh my God, she's beautiful, she could be a great actress. What happened? She's playing Wonder Woman. She made that, I love that one movie she did, Death on the Nile. So she's a major actress now, okay? So that crown, okay, and that sash led her to becoming an actress, okay? Halle Berry, who won Miss USA, look at what she's done. She went to become an actress. And you know, it's funny because I've had a lot of my girls in the past who's gone on to be a doctor, who went on to be professional models. I have Lorena Saria, who's an actress who was just in a new Western movie. So you're right. This is it's opportunities.
Yes. So it's just putting yourself out there and, you know, taking every opportunity that comes your way to grasp everything. There will be a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors, and I think it's our responsibility to go there, knock each door and get the opportunity, even if it's the smallest or the biggest, but one way or the other, it's just going to help us grow.
Exactly, that's perfectly said. And as I told a lot of the girls at the pageant the other night, I said, look what pageantry did for me, okay? And still to this day, I always say Tracy Kemble, who owns the Mrs. Globe organization, is still a mentor to me. She did more for my career than one of the biggest agencies in New York City ever did. When she heard me sing and she realized that I was a graduate of the Juilliard and that I really could sing, I mean, she had me opening up for her Mrs. Globe Awards. She had me in Greece, okay, emceeing and performing. She had me on radio shows, television, and she really did open up my career. I mean, when she started doing that for me, I was playing Atlantic City, Las Vegas, singing on cruise ships. So pageantry can do that for you if you use it correctly, okay? Look at the show that I have today, Make Our World Your Runway. I'm with the Global Trade Chamber, and I am a recipient of 100 Most Successful Women in Business Award, which brought me to my own show, Make Our World Your Runway. But if I wasn't involved in pageantry, which leads to women's empowerment, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today doing this interview with you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So and as you said, it's more about you being yourself, and most of the time people get the wrong idea of when you're in pageantry, it's just that what you do.
Right.
But you have to put yourself in a lot of places to get a lot of opportunities and
Right.
work hard to get there. And as you said, if you are doctors, if you're engineers,
Exactly.
if you are actors, both in the entertainment and in the pageantry, or vice versa, it's
Yeah.
there. So, but you know, it's not always this. There should be a backup. Not saying this is not
Right.
going to work, but you know, it's always good while you're working for a lot of opportunities, so you get the maximum out of what you're doing.
Exactly. You get the maximum out of it. And you're right. There always should be a backup, you know. I'm not saying that this is going to be,
Yeah.
you know, maybe something that, as we say, you can continue on with it. But
Another opportunity through this crown can also be provided for the other platforms.
exactly. I mean, you could, like I said, even with me, where I was able to turn around and say pageantry put my musical career out there. I probably would not have done Phantom of the Opera if it wasn't for that. So even though I hung up my crown and sash in one respect, but it had promoted me in another area, okay? And I'm the first one to admit, you could go to many of these agencies, modeling agencies, talent agencies. They get so many people that come in, okay? And your picture could be on a wall, okay, for eons. And all of a sudden, oh, we found something for you. Or they may never get any work for you, okay? Another example that I can give, there was a girl, okay, Dawn Foley, who was, she was Mrs. U.S. Globe 2000, was it 2007? Or was it? No. I don't think it was, yeah, it might have been, okay? But anyway, I think that was the year, okay? And she had gone for a job, okay? And what happened was she didn't get the job. when she came back, and they call this a functional resume, where you have a resume about your job qualifications, but underneath you can put a functional resume. These are things that you've done, like community service, maybe winning an Olympic gold medal or whatever it is. And she put on there that she was Mrs. U.S. Globe. Guess what? Okay. No, I'm sorry, not 2007, 1997. Let me clarify that. I'm skipping ahead. 1997. When she went back to that same employer, okay, and he saw that she was Mrs. U.S. Globe, she got hired immediately. And she asked the question as to why did she get hired. He said, well, because we feel now that you went above and beyond the qualifications that we're looking for. And he felt, this employer, that she would do that on a job. So if it wasn't for that title, okay, she would have not, like she said, gotten that job. This is the first time she went. Somebody else got it. And when she went back for the same position, they hired her right on the spot.
So putting in hard work and smart work gets the job done. And I think during this pageant, most of the girls did.
Yes.
So, yeah, we have the great winners on stage.
Yes, we had a lot of great winners on stage. I mean, so many of them are professional dancers. I mean, look at the Scalorche Pierre, okay, Miss International World, who just crowned Alexandria from the Bahamas. She is now an NBA dancer, okay? So, I mean, this was something she wanted to do, but just the fact that she became an NBA dancer, and we don't know where that's going to lead her to, okay? Jessica is a professional dancer. You're a professional dancer. So there's so many things that you can do with that title, okay? And it never has to end. I mean, a lot of girls will go on to do other pageants. That's very true. What I'm very proud of is we've had 5 or 6 girls from Miss International World that have gone on to compete in Miss Universe competitions. Francisca Garcia, an example, a few years ago, went to compete in Chile, okay, for the Miss Universe Chile, and she became first runner-up, okay. Vanessa Gamoye went to Peru. She made the top 15. Amy Diaz went in Miss USA and made the top 15. So all of these women, okay, with this title here, were able to go on to another international, okay, which was great. And I think that's wonderful, because I feel that if our organization was able to give them the opportunity to go on to a Miss World, a Miss USA, a Miss Universe, which are some of the biggest pageants around, why not?
Exactly. One door opens to another opportunity. As this pageant was a stepping stone for me in my fashion career, and a lot more. As you said, dance was my go-to, therapy session, I'd say. But I stopped long back. But while you gave me the opportunity to perform on an international stage, it was great. After years, I'd say 5 or 6 years, it's been that I danced on a stage.
Wow.
Classical dance. Yeah, I did small choreographies here and there in my college, but other than that, I think on stage this was a very big opportunity after years. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no, that was great, because that's right. You had a chance to perform on an international stage, which was really excellent, okay? And again, you never know who sees that.
True.
It's a tape that you could use, a video that you could use. So there you go. And you never know where that will lead to.
True.
Exactly. And it's, like I say, there's so many different opportunities, okay, that this pageant, or a lot of pageants, can do, And I think there's so many different people get misconstrued with pageantry as well, too, because they feel that it's just women that are parading around in gowns or a swimsuit, but they don't understand that this actually leads to something else.
People don't get the idea of pageant in a very early stage, but only people who are in it, who work for it, get the idea. It's not just about wearing an attire and just walking the ramp, but there's more to it. There's a lot of change that you have to bring in yourself, a very positive mindset. Win or lose, it's always about being positive, going in there, getting the work done. Like, for me, I'm on stage representing India.
Right.
So there's a lot of work and pressure that goes in it, but again, reflecting that should be positive.
Right.
And not just that, there's also social causes that we need to get into
Yes.
and provide what our title holds. So there's a lot to it, but people just, skip those part and they just go to the final. So
Exactly. And I even said on stage, look at how many of us had received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Myself, Susmita, Latina, even Lamont, okay, being associated with us, received that award. So my husband got that award. So it also led to the fact that the federal government was looking at us for the fact that we were empowering women. And Susmita is also a prime example. I mean, she had 2 major titles in this organization. And then, of course, she went on to coordinate the cricket games, which was unbelievable. She did that for 5 days, getting 1.5 million viewers, and now owning her own production company called SP Fashion Direct. So that also brought her to the forefront. And she's going to do great things. She'll go on to, so many other major things with her production company. So it's a great opportunity for women. You have to put the work in, ladies. I'm not going to say you don't. It doesn't come easy. Even as an owner-director, it doesn't come easy. You have to put the time and the effort and the work in. But that door will definitely open.
yes, and it was great working with the international pageant, like behind the scenes, helping Shushmita with the choreo,
Yes.
the media. It was a big opportunity. Actually, when I edited all of the backdrop and when we had our first media check and when that was going on, I was like, oh my god, I did that.
It was
a
amazing.
proud moment for me too, because I feel I utilized that opportunity to explore myself on what I can do. So it was great that I was able to help you all behind the scenes, and I think that's my favorite part of the pageantry.
No, we appreciate it, and you did a fabulous job. I mean, what we saw behind stage when those girls were walking, and then at the end, it was just absolutely beautiful. So you did a great job, and see, that's something else now that you can do. You can do editing, you can do choreography, so just another door
Yes,
that we open.
exactly.
But anyway, we've only got a couple of minutes, so anything you want to say to some of the viewers or ladies that want to get into pageantry?
Two things I would like to say. One is, as always, just be yourself. Do not hide away. Do not shy away from people who are telling you can't or any reasons to step back. Just be you and chase your dreams. But we need to work hard. We can take days off, but yes, we need to put ourselves out there and search for opportunities, because at the end of the day, it's just ourselves who are going to help us. And two, I'd say now a lot of career opportunities and fashion chances are opening up for me. Knock every door, because there's always something that you don't know, and there's always great planned for you. So just utilize every opportunity that comes your way.
Absolutely. And so, ladies, you've heard it first, okay? And we're a little bit different than just national pageant. We're an international pageant. So it is a lot of hard work, but we can open up many doors and provide so many different opportunities. As I said before, our crown has been the key to success for so many women around the world. And you heard it first from Teen International 2023, Sandhya Sattanathan. So thank you, Sandhya, for joining us again on this wonderful show. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for tuning in to Make Our World Your Runway. And stay tuned, because every week we are going to have more and more exciting things and exciting guests. So thank you once again for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Yeah, now what I'm going to do is, because we're going to go live stream